what do you think about the whole Island Boy shit? Dude, I hate that
Oh my
motherfucker.
God.
Dude, oh my God, I got TikTok. 'Cause I was like, let's try it out, you know?
And that's what
And
you
I
see.
try it, and that's the first thing I see. And then it's funny because I get home, whatever, like I was looking at it. I actually opened it up and I see that video. Then I'm heating up food, and then I'm all in my head. Well, not in my head loud.
You
I'm
were
like, I'm an
singing it
island
loud.
boy. Yeah, dude. And my mom's looking at me like, what the fuck? You know? And I'm like, Mom, don't judge me. I'm like, I know, like, I don't want to sing this song, but it's in my head all the damn time, dude.
How does it go again?
This, I don't know.
How does it go, Crystal? We want to
It's
know
just,
because people don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure everybody knows what I'm
The
talking
Island
about.
Boys.
Yeah.
Is that what they're
I'm
called?
an island boy trying to make it.
Oh my God.
Dude, oh my God.
Oh, when I saw that, I thought it was like I thought they were joking around, you know? I thought it was like a skit or something, like something that was like
No, I knew. I knew it. And
I
I
didn't
was
think it
like,
was like for reals.
now like these little boys are gonna end up being famous though, honestly. They are.
They're fucking
And their stupid catchy song is everywhere. Like
well, that's what happens though.
and
It's
I'm hating
insane.
it, dude.
It's insane how like a
Let's make
stupid
our own or
song.
what?
And then you just need like a
I
little
know.
tune.
We need a catchy little tune, yeah. Like
Yeah.
those fuckers, dude. But I swear, like every time that I have that shit in my head, I'm like, those motherfuckers.
And the one I
Because I don't
sent
like
you.
them, obviously, you know what I mean?
Well, you do
But
because
no, I don't. I don't.
Crystal likes the Island Boys.
No.
Island Boy. I don't even know
You
the
just
song.
I don't know it either.
For everybody.
Dude,
For
don't even
everybody.
mention it. Don't mention it around here. I don't know. It just it's I don't know, but I
Nah, we should have
catch
dressed up
myself.
as the Island Boys.
We could do it for next year.
Island Boy.
And I'll get me a grill. Yeah. They have some new ones now. New
Yeah.
grills. All white diamonds, not gold
Dude,
anymore.
they're so ridiculous looking though. It's
I know they got
insane.
money though. I'm sure they do, little fuckers.
Well,
But
yeah. And it's funny because they like an
I'm
Island
like,
Boy.
I mean, island boy. Fucking.
You can just tell they have money.
I know. I hate it.
Ugh.
Not that they have money, just that I have that stupid song in my head. Like, I don't like it. Like, there's been other songs like Baby Shark. There's been that other one. I don't know how it was a dancing one, whatever, also in Spanish. But I never had any of those songs in my head. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And this stupid song comes up and it's there. And it doesn't want to go away, dude. I can't shake it off. It's and right now I'm probably gonna whenever we finish, I'm probably gonna go on with my day and think about that fucking song.
That's
Shame
funny.
that,
I
dude.
never really. I think I just saw it. I thought they were dumb, and I just kind of like switched it to another video, and I never really paid attention to.
That's what I try and do. And I'm just, go into it and I see all these other people making fun of them and like that song stuck in my head and I know the lyrics now, unfortunately, and it sucks. Like, I don't want them. I don't want them here.
Do they have an Island Boy rehab? Like, was it rehab
What do you
or
mean?
like a group, like a group that gets together to try to like erase, you know, erase the song from your head?
Not a like or that whole moment when I was looking at that video,
You're
I
just like,
just don't
what?
want it there.
Hi, my name is Crystal, and and I'm listening to the Island Boys song.
I
I
know,
can't,
dude. I
can't
hate
get.
it. It's embarrassing.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cupping sweats. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm. You're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone.
What would be one concert that you would like to go to in like a Spanish artist?
Like dead or alive, or just like where I can actually go see
Yeah.
them.
Well, yeah, dead or alive. Fuck
Um,
it.
I would have wanted to go, and this is my old soul kind of talking, my old self. Un concierto de ¿cómo se llama? José
Selena.
José,
Oh, Jose
de
Jose.
José José, de
This is true.
I think like yeah, not Selena. I
Ana
like
Gabriel, way.
Selena. Ana Gabriel.
I love her music. It's so sad.
It's sad. Mana. I've never gone to go see Mana.
Oh, Mana. That would be good too. I guess, yeah.
Tragedy. I don't know. I don't know who I would like be like, oh fuck yeah, I need to go see them.
Like
You
you're
know?
excited about it.
I'm not
Yeah.
really much of a concert goer, you know? Like I've gone
Mm-hmm.
to a few, like I've gone to very few concerts, you know, or I've gone to like festivals, you
But
know,
not
but
because you've actually
to go
wanted to
see
like excited. Yeah.
like person, you know, like you know how you have like the what is it called? These like festivals that
Yeah, like the Sun City
yeah,
Festival and
or like Coachella or like
shit like that.
the one that
And
they just had in Vegas.
basically like the only times that I would hear about it is when like well back when I was younger that like I had friends that were like, oh, we're gonna get all, pilled out and we're gonna go to a concert and then be like, oh, but it wasn't anything like I didn't like it either. Like it wasn't something for me.
Yeah, and then the one time that I actually went to one, which was in El Paso,
Oh, I remember,
it
I
was like
think
a horrible experience. What?
that's right.
No me quedaron ganas de ir, like, you
Again,
know?
like
Well, maybe
yeah.
yes, I would go now, like as an adult, and like, I mean, I was an adult when that happened too, but
But
I
like
mean, I
yeah.
wasn't like a responsible adult. I was like an adult that was like in my trial, you know, like I want to try everything, and I'm just, you know,
Just
fresh out of a
trying
fucking
to
marriage, and I'm just trying to go wild and shit, you know?
yeah, it happens.
Yeah, when you're supposed to be doing that when you're like early 20s or, you know, and I'm like over here like late 20s, early 30s,
Not even, it wasn't even that
fuck
bad. It
wild.
was like what, 24, 25.
Dude, I was like
Still.
30 something. I would have been 30.
Yeah, we're like 32,
I don't
31.
know. Yes, no, yeah, because I was already with
Yeah.
Montes. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
was already
telling
like
you.
in my early 30s, which, you know, but I mean,
Fuck it. I mean,
it happens. And after that, I was like, you know what, I'm done. But I mean, I'm pretty sure I would go to another festival, but it's
I
not
probably would.
my type of thing, you know? I'm more of a
But
like Austin City Limit kind of girl, like more chill, more like Mumford and Sons
mm-hmm.
and like you know,
Something that's not gonna get too
something where I can actually
crazy
sit down and
and
take a
enjoy it
beer and enjoy and listen and have a good ambiance and
instead
you
of
know,
being
very
like,
chill, not like having like people sweating on me and like you know, oh no, I can't do that.
Oh, are you
I
sure
can't
you
do
wouldn't
that.
want
No,
someone sweating on you? I'm just
no,
playing.
I'm done.
No,
I'm
I
done with
get you.
that.
Like and I'm telling you, like I've been like I haven't been to anything big like that. Like I went to the Misfits concert and I've gone to others, but they didn't get crazy like that. And the Misfits one was the craziest one though, because they have that mosh pit going on in the front, and it always happens in the front of the where the people are at, the famous person. And well, I didn't know better. It was my first concert. I went with two friends. It was a boy and a girl, and I ended up being in the front when Misfits came out.
Oh shit!
And I just heard like my guy friend calling, Crystal, get over here. Hurry, get over here. And I didn't know like why, and
You're
like
like,
all
oh,
of a
I'm having
sudden,
fun. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
I'm in the front. You're in the back, loser. And little did I know everybody started like pushing each other, like, and they started hitting each other, pushing, and it starts getting crazy. And all of a sudden, like, I just feel like my whole body getting pulled out. Like, my friend literally went to go get me in the front, and they were like socking him. I
Oh,
remember they were socking him. He's like, fuck, man. like all pissed at
I
me, and I was
fucking
like, no,
told you
I
to
didn't know. I
move.
didn't know, you know,
When you're
like
like this little person, like you're so petite and small. I can
I
just
didn't.
imagine,
It was pretty
like you're
crazy.
like tossed around like a rag doll and shit.
Like, ooh, yeah, I started going like that, and I was like, and you're trying to keep your balance, but it's hard because everybody's just pushing everywhere. It was
Yeah.
just crazy, but yeah, I got rescued. Like, it was
No,
pretty
fuck
crazy.
that. I can't, like, I would not be able to.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
yeah, like so,
But
but
there's a lot of people who love that.
I don't know why. Like, I was gonna go to a Marilyn Manson concert,
Mm-hmm.
but that was also my thing because I had heard people saying that at the concerts they throw bottles and shit like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, first thing I was gonna go with Joelle and the cousins,
Mm-hmm.
and not even the first hour they called me and they're like, "Dude, good thing you didn't come." I'm like, what happened? They're like, Adrian's going to the hospital. They broke his head. They threw a
Mm-hmm.
bottle and it landed on him. So they ended up leaving
I,
anyways. And I was like, okay. So like I didn't feel that bad that I missed it,
yeah.
but yeah, it got crazy. So that's why I
It's
kind
so
of don't like to go.
sad because you're supposed to be like enjoying yourself. This is supposed to be a fun experience. But it's just
Hmm.
so many people. It's always people.
There's always an idiot.
It's
Yeah.
always like there's always
Or
somebody,
idiots.
a crowd of people who fuck it up for everybody else. It's just like why? Why do you have to
Like stay home if you feel like you have to ruin somebody's day. Like just fucking stay home. Like
or
why the
like
fuck you
go
gotta go do that?
fucking if you want to go do that, like go do the mosh pit or whatever the fuck do you guys call it? Fucking do it on on the side. We're
Go
not
do it in your
everybody.
own little crowd.
Go
Yeah.
get your little crowd of mosh
Go
pitters.
go there and beat the fuck out of each other. And yeah, no, it's
And then when you get tired, you come and join the crowd.
the regular crowd.
Like they should have a little section for mosh pitters or whatever you guys call them.
Yeah. And
Se,
that's what I'm saying. Like it's usually in the front, but
se
it's
parten la
crazy.
madre entre ellos y entre
See,
ellos quieren. No,
I
like why do you have
know.
to involve everybody else?
Exactly. I don't know why.
It's like I don't get it.
People are stupid. I don't
Yeah,
know.
people are dumb. And I get it. It's an experience. Like you
But you
fucking
don't have to act like a
eat,
fool like that. Enjoy the
rage and this
concert.
and that.
Yeah.
But like really, we're not in your backyard. We're not fucking wrestling and it's a fucking concert for you to go and listen to the fucking
To the music and
and
actually get to
experience
see the
it and
artist.
dance and
Have a good
take
time, not
take in the
fucking get beat.
moment, not fucking have
Get beat and then have
people
like crazy shit like
dying
this happening. Yeah.
like tragedies. It's insane. Anyways, welcome everyone.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of FINADULTING.
With
My name is
Crystal.
my name is Lorena and Crystal or Crystal.
And Lorena.
I'm on Crystal. Crystal.
We
I don't
always
I
get the
don't
wrong
know
side.
which one. Yeah, so I'm like,
Yeah, it always happens.
anyways, we're Crystal and Lorena. And today's episode we're actually just gonna be talking about what's been going on. Obviously, everybody knows about the tragedy that happened in Astroworld.
Hmm.
Astroworld with Travis Scott, right?
Yes.
I'm really bad with these new like
Me
rappers.
too. There's so
Oh,
many.
I'm like over here with Tupac and Biggie still.
I know, really.
And like
Even
so
Eminem, like I
oh
remember
yes,
even, he's
Eminem.
one of the best, I think.
Oh, I love
But
him. And so yeah, the whole tragedy that happened in Astroworld and they had to cancel because I think it was like a 3-day festival.
mm-hmm.
And that this happened the first day, so they canceled the second day. I'm pretty sure the third too. We just want to get into there's an article that I just saw, and it's through NPR, and it's talking about festival. Well, Astroworld Festival joins the list of historical concert tragedies. So we're gonna be talking about that. Obviously, we're gonna be reading the article here that NPR came out with. and they're talking about different. And I didn't even know, like, some of these. I'm telling you, some of these sound like what?
Like,
ABBA? Like the
yeah.
ABBA concert, really? But apparently there was a tragedy. Like there's people who I want to
Got
say they
injured or
passed
died.
away. Yeah, they passed away. In an ABBA concert, which is, if you're not familiar with ABBA, um, you should listen to them and you'll know what I mean. Look them up.
Like
You'll
me
know
right
what I
now.
mean. Yeah, I told Crystal, what? An ABBA concert? They had it, and it was a tribute concert. Okay, so it wasn't even. I don't think it was even like ABBA themselves.
Was other
So it
bands.
was another band. I'm pretty sure. So it says the Astroworld Incident comes just days after two people died at a music event in Sweden. So two people died. As audiences waited in a concert hall near Stockholm for an ABBA tribute concert to start on Tuesday night, an elderly man either jumped or fell down 7 floors and landed on two people below. He and one of the people he hit died, while the other
Damn.
was taken to the hospital with injuries. The actual band, which on Friday released its first new album in 4 decades, briefly delayed promotion of its highly anticipated comeback tour in light of the tragedy. Wow. So
That's
I mean
crazy.
that was like an unfortunate event that happened, like a
Like,
situation,
it
like he
wasn't.
fell, like it wasn't something like that could have, or maybe it could have been
Well,
prevented,
yeah, I think they said, did it say that they don't know if he fell or jumped?
No, he said it says either jumped or fell down 7 floors.
So I hope he didn't jump because that'd be kind of messed up,
But
hurting
I mean,
other
it's an
people.
elderly man. Why would he
Oh,
jump?
yeah, that's
He
true.
probably fell. They probably have to look
Yeah,
into how he fell, or if there was something that they could have, put there that would have prevented.
prevented.
So
That's
yeah,
crazy.
um, these are incidents that happen that are like, freak incidents. Like, oh shit,
At concerts,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, but like Astroworld is a whole different. It was something that could have been prevented. I feel,
Well, yeah, dude, it got out of hand. That's what's going on.
and
Too
it's
many people just pushing, and that I think it also has a lot to do with the crowd. Like, I don't know, like if you see this is happening, like why don't you guys give yourself space, between
But
each other
even
also?
then, I feel like there's 50,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to give space, but not everybody's on the same fucking,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
you
it would have
know.
been good but I
If
don't
everybody
know.
was on the same, and there was people who were like, eventually, once they started, like, seeing how crazy it was getting, and people were getting stampede on or whatever,
Yeah.
trampled on. Is that how do you say it?
Mm-hmm.
Trampled. Um, they started noticing all this, and they started panicking, and they started kind of like moving themselves and like kind of joining together and moving the crowd or the people back, further down.
Yeah.
And but once they started noticing the craziness that was going on, it's just sad.
Yeah.
These are
Imagine
supposed to
like
be
you're
cool
going to a
experiences,
concert and then you don't even make it home from the concert.
and it's
Like that's
supposed to be something
sad.
that you're like, oh,
Like I'm gonna remember this artist playing, this one day, and you
yeah.
never made it.
And it sucks because it's not cheap. It's not cheap to go to concerts.
It's not.
Before it was like you can fucking go and see a fucking, like, if you were in El Paso, you can go and see like Mana for like $50 over there in Juarez,
50 bucks, yeah.
But now like it's like no, you have to pay like fucking a
If you
shitload.
want like good seats or whatever, you have to pay like a pretty penny.
Yeah, so it's like you already pay so much for the experience. You would think that the people that arrange the concerts would have more people, more staff, more
Security.
security. They
Hmm.
would have everything pretty much like the stage. It wouldn't collapse. It would be like good secure for like
Making sure
the
that
for
everything's gonna be.
whatever worst scenario, like because it's insane because people shouldn't have to be paying so much and if you're paying so much you should expect okay I mean they're getting a lot of people 50,000 people each of them paying I don't know 500, 500, 200, whatever
Hmm.
that's a good penny, so you would think they would have it more
With more
secure.
safety,
Yeah, I mean,
especially with someone like that's usually, like has a lot of people. Like you would think, oh, there's gonna be a shitload of people here. Even with selling the tickets, like they were sold out. I think it said.
yeah.
So you would think, like there's gonna be a lot of people. We're gonna need so much security.
At least 8 people are dead and many more injured after a crowd rushed the stage at rapper Travis Scott's music festival, Astroworld in Houston. Authorities are investigating the cause of the mass casualty event, which unfolded at an outdoor performance by Scott at the festival on Friday night. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner called for law enforcement, festival organizer Live Nation, and venue to explain how the event got out of control, leading to the deaths and injuries of several attendees. The deaths at Astroworld Festival call to mind other rare but traumatic incidents at concerts and festivals in which crowding and other factors contributed to dangerous conditions for some attendees. And this is what we're talking about. So basically, I mean, the conditions, like that's what we were talking about. Like, how are they not
Yeah,
prepared for
prepare for that many people.
for that many people? And if you can control that many people, why are they allowing so many people to attend? Like cut it at whatever you're
The
comfortable.
limit is, yeah, of what you
Like,
can
okay, this
control.
is what we can control, and we can have like like a few security guards in every section or whatever, having,
Yeah,
and paramedics or like what is it? The safety people, what
I
is
don't
it?
know who goes, but
Well,
there's.
they always have like an emergency or like a little place where people can go and if something happens, but they always
Mhm.
have like the
Them around.
medics or whatever around. But there was too many people in the Astroworld Festival that were getting injured or they didn't even know, so it got
Like
way out of
how though? It's
control
crazy. Yeah,
and they couldn't even get to them, so
I
they
know.
had
Poor
limited
people.
staff and like I just don't understand how it can get so out of control where you're allowing so many people or not even that they allowed that they just
Didn't
ended
do
up
anything.
in December 2016 ghost ship fire.
Fire.
On December 2nd, 2016, a fire broke out at an underground electric music party in an Oakland, California warehouse turned artist
Damn.
collective known as Ghost Ship.
I knew it.
The fire, the source of which is still unknown, trapped people on the second floor, killing 36 people.
Oh shit.
Officials later found out that the building had no smoke detectors or sprinklers and contained numerous extension cords and large quantities of flammable materials. Derek Almena, its primary leaseholder, was sentenced to 12 years in prison earlier this year, though will serve only 1.5 years of an in home confinement wearing an ankle monitor. What the fuck?
It's
Wow. The
crazy.
city of Oakland reached a 32.7 million settlement which with fire victims last year. Of that amount, 23.5 million went to the families of people who died and 9.2 million went to Sam Maxwell, who was the last person to escape the fire and suffered life-changing
Injuries.
injuries. Oh my goodness.
That's
This is
crazy,
insane.
dude.
How do you
36
not have? Okay, why? That's the thing. Why would you host a fucking concert
yeah,
or whatever it was
at a
at a
building that's not even
warehouse
equipped
that's
with.
not even? It doesn't even have. Does okay? First of all, is that even? Obviously, it's not legal. But like, really? Because you, as a concert goer, you're like
Like
under
you
the
trust that all that shit's
impression.
gonna be taken care of.
You
Yeah,
trust
like
that you go in there and you see limit 100 and something people. Or limit. You know how they always have a limit of how many people can
yeah.
go there? And
Hmm.
they always have someone counting there. And okay, so you're like, okay, maybe, and I'm pretty sure they had like things they can have smoke detectors but not working.
Not working.
And
Like
it's
you
not like
know
you're gonna
that's
be
wrong.
going and checking and
Every
stuff.
building should have one. I think it's the
It's
law,
a health
especially if it's
hazard.
something you're gonna rent out or you have to have it.
Yeah. Wow, that's sad.
That is sad. And 36 people. It wasn't
And then the
wow, that's a
last
lot.
guy, he got
He got
9.2
really burnt.
million. But I mean, come on. That's just sad.
All right, let's read on. August 2011, the
Mhm.
Indiana State Fair stage collapse.
Wow.
7 people died and 58 were injured when strong winds knocked metal, scaffolding, and stage equipment into a packed crowd at the Indiana State Fair in Indianapolis, where audiences had been awaiting an outdoor performance by the country duo Sugarland. Oh, damn. A storm with the winds estimated between 60 and 70 miles per hour blew through the fairground, collapsing the stage just minutes after organizers urged the crowd to seek shelter. The disaster raised questions about safety inspections of outdoor stages and whether authorities should have canceled the show sooner. As NPR reported at the time, it also left a lasting impact on survivors and victims' families. And then it says two investigative reports later found that the scaffolding was not up to code, and the Indiana State Fair Commission did not have adequate emergency plans in place. Lawyers representing injured survivors and victims' family members reached a 50 million settlement within 19 companies in 2014.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of money. And here, 7 people died and 58 were injured. And that's also
75.
another web protocol that they were supposed to follow and check everything for safety. And also, they messed up on checking everything, and that shit broke off.
Okay, but this has to do with like the weather, you know?
Hmm.
Which, I mean, if you're that should be like another thing that you should be looking into, like how is the weather going to be, and the storm winds estimated between 60
60
to
to
70 miles per hour. So that was pretty.
imagine
And if you know that,
it's
you're
gonna be that ugly, and I'm sure it was an ugly day. I mean, here with
it
40
looks
miles
on
an
the
hour, it
picture.
looks horrible.
Yeah,
Imagine 50 to
that's
60.
bad, dude. Wow.
Yeah,
July 2010 Love Parade Stampede. Oh, when I hear Stampede, it's just like, ugh.
because of the people,
Oh
huh?
my God, like you
Fucking
just
crazy
picture people going over people and
over
just then
people.
oh my God. A stampede killed 21 people and injured more than 500 at the 2010 Love Parade, a techno dance music festival in the western German town of Duisburg. After
Hmm.
police closed the festival grounds due to overcrowding, thousands of attendees converged in a single tunnel that served as its only entrance and exit. Police
Shit.
tried to use loudspeakers to tell people entering the tunnel to turn around and leave in the other direction. Something sparked a panic in the tunnel and chaos ensued, crushing many of the victims to death. Oh my God. NPR
Damn.
reported at the time city officials did not evacuate the site for fear of feeling more panic, and and many unaware festival goers continued partying for hours. In the aftermath, critics and prosecutors accused police and event organizers of failing to properly prepare for such a large event in such a small space. A decade of legal challenges ensued, with a German court ending the manslaughter trial of three techno music promoters in May 2020 without a verdict. And the Love Parade, which originated as an impromptu party in Berlin in 1989, was immediately canceled forever. So they don't have the Love Parade
Yeah, they
anymore
don't.
because of that incident. Which, could you just imagine a tunnel and that was the only in and out,
In and
like,
out.
and
It's
people
and
are like, you need to start leaving because it's too crowded or whatever. And
people start
people
freaking
are
out.
like, they start freaking out for certain something, something happened, and they just start freaking out. And I'm
And
guessing
then
it was
people
just like,
fall.
I think it was just like overcrowding, and people just start freaking out, just because they can't breathe. And this whole thing happens, and
And people start falling, and then people not caring and panicked, they run over people's bodies. Imagine how, like, I don't even want to imagine, but like
how desperate, how
how
frustrating.
no how many people did it take to like step on you to actually kill you? Like, that's insane. Imagine, like,
Well, dude,
you
imagine
literally die like by
people's weight.
people stomping on you. Like,
They
imagine
break your
dying off of that.
ribs, they break
Yeah,
your. So obviously, and then they
that's
puncture.
crazy.
Well, you're laying there, people are on top of you, and they're stepping on you because they don't know what the fuck's going on. So they're not like, you know, they're accidentally stepping on you, but there's so much weight on you that
Hmm.
they break your
You
ribs,
get broken
they
bones.
puncture your lungs, you can't breathe anymore, and that's it. You're done.
Fuck,
And it's
that's
insane
crazy.
because you think about it, and I saw this stupid fucking post that some guy posted on the Astroworld thing, and he's like, "Rest in peace," and it was a fucking his tennis shoes they were white, and they were all bloody.
Mm,
And he's all, "Rest in peace, my tennis shoes," or whatever the fuck he said, some shit like that. Which
what
was
an
like,
idiot.
what the fuck, dude?
Like, stupid
Like,
people always fucking like commenting or putting
how the
stupid shit.
fuck can you do that? Like, it's sad.
Yeah, people are fucking dumb. Let's see. And then another one in February 2003, the station nightclub fire. The rock band Great White was playing a set at the station nightclub in West Warwick, RI, when their tour manager set off fireworks, which set the stage's soundproofing foam ablaze. The building was quickly engulfed in flames and 100 people died. Oh, shit. And more than 200 were injured. Survivor Robert Rife spoke to NPR about his experience on the first anniversary of the fire. He described the pyrotechnics setting the foam on fire within the first few seconds of the show as the band continued playing, and many audience members thought it was part of the performance. As he and his friend made their way out, the mood in the crowd changed to one of panic. We started heading for the door, and it was pretty calm at first. And then I remember hearing somebody yell, "Fire, fire, get out of here." And I saw somebody throw a cup of water. Rife recalled. And that's when everybody started trying to flood out the place at once, and the door just got jammed. Damn. People just pushing and shoving. You pretty much had no choice but to get stuck there in the door. That's
Oh,
crazy, huh?
hmm.
And then the club's two owners, brothers Jeff and Michael Derderian, and the band's tour manager, Daniel, what is it, Bichal,
Hmm.
were each charged with 200 counts of involuntary manslaughter. They each accepted plea deals, and Michael Derderian and Bichal went to prison. The Derderians shared their side of the story in a televised interview with CBS News just last month. Efforts to establish a memorial on the site of the club took more than a decade. Station Fire Memorial Park, a 1 acre park with gardens and granite monuments, was dedicated to victims of the fire in 2017. And
That's
then it
insane.
just goes on. That's crazy.
And this
That's
article just came out November 6th. which
And
is when was it?
200 people. Damn.
That's insane. And then fire,
That's
dude. That's like the
crazy. It's the
worst
worst, one of the worst ways to die. Yeah.
for
And then
people.
stuck, not being able to go anywhere.
I can
Like,
feel.
imagine, dude.
Talk about being in hell. That's for sure. Like,
It's fucking crazy. Poor people, dude. And it was like 200.
there's one in June 2000. Pearl Jam what is it? Roskilde
Roskilde?
Festival
Roskilde?
Stampede. Roskilde.
I don't know.
I don't know how to say that. 9 people were trampled to death in a mosh pit during Pearl Jam's performance at the Rockhill Festival in Denmark in 2000. Pearl Jam headlined the main stage of that year's festival after days of rain, which had made the ground muddy and slippery. Fans rushed towards the band as it took the stage, setting off a stampede. Pearl Jam canceled the rest of their European tour. In the decades since, Pearl Jam members say they have met some of the victims' families and even became close with some of them. The band released a statement in June 2020 of the Stampede's 20th anniversary, offering their apologies and condolences to the victims, their loved ones, and witnesses. Everyone failed to live up to what was needed in those hours before and in those days following the tragedy, read the statement written by guitarist Don Gassard on the band's behalf. The festival, the media, us included, we retreated and became angry after many reports implied PJ was responsible. Our words were nothing to help at that point. We hid and hoped that it wasn't our fault. We have been trying our best to unhide ever since. Wow.
That's crazy. Well, at least they actually
I
went
mean,
to families and talked to them about the incidents.
that's crazy. Um, it's also I don't feel like it would be their fault.
Well, no,
I mean, they all. It's not. The thing is that okay, you can't be at fault if people love you and they're happy to go see you, and it just happens to be slippery and shit, and people just fall and they just, it's just a
yeah,
horrible accident, you know.
kind of
It's
like the
not.
wind one that we read right now too. Like it's
Yeah,
just something that happened. And
but at the same time, I don't know. I don't know if you can still get a stampede with not that many people.
anything. Well, yeah, you could. Yeah, with
Like
anything,
it doesn't
basically.
necessarily mean like I don't
Like
know.
even
I
at
don't feel.
Walmart when it's like a Black Friday, like
Oh
people stampede on each
yeah,
other. Like,
it's
you know what I mean?
insane.
So, and it's not Walmart's fault, it's the people's fault. You know what I mean?
They
I mean,
just it's just people.
people.
People. What is it? December 1979, The Who in Cincinnati. 11 people died in a stampede to see The Who in concert at Cincinnati's Riverfront Coliseum on the night of December 3rd, 1979. Hundreds of fans had gathered outside the plaza early for first come, first serve festival seating. When only a few doors were open, the crowd swelled and pushed, creating a fatal crush. The tragedy prompted changes in crowd control, with the city quickly outlawing festival seating. We held off by, just holding ourselves up against doors, against the bars. We did anything to we could do just to go ahead and protect ourselves because, our feet were off the ground at points. Survivor John Hutchins, who was 17 at the time, told NPR in 2019. 4 decades later, The Who announced plans to hold their first Cincinnati concert since the tragic day. Their show was originally planned for April 2020, but postponed because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Damn.
Oh, God. So that's just crazy. I can't imagine like being
All this
somewhere,
crazy shit, yeah,
somewhere where it's
happening.
so packed, so populated with people, and you not being able to even walk because you're like floating because
That's
people are
crazy.
dragging you,
Literally dragging
and you're
you.
losing, like, you can't even breathe. Like how I was hearing, because I was on TikTok listening to people, like watching people's videos, and people that went to Astroworld and were
Mm-hmm.
in the crowd, and they said, like, you could just, and there was videos of people like gasping for air,
Yeah.
like going, like, because they couldn't breathe,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
I
just
s-
being dragged, like you have no control. And
well, no.
some girl was saying that, well, she looked tiny, first of all, and she said that there was a big guy in front of her, beside her, and in back of her when all
So
this
she was
thing
like in a
when yeah,
box.
when all this happened. And then the guy in the front, like, had his elbow like right here. She couldn't even, like, and she said she was all bruised up from the sides because she just couldn't,
That's
until she, like,
crazy.
pretty much, like, put her nails on him, and pretty much, like, scratched
Pushed them
them,
away.
or
Yeah.
he can get a she can get a reaction from him, and he moved, but imagine not being able to.
Exactly. Like fucking, and then you get like, pues te desesperas, you get all fucking like, what the fuck's going on? Oh my God, that's crazy. I probably
And
would have
that some
done
other
more than
girl
scratch.
some other girl was like, "Are you okay?" And she said no, and she grabbed her and just kind of, like, was
Pushed
able
her
to
towards her.
yeah, to pull her over. But can you just imagine? I know, it's
I
horrible.
know. I also had seen one that came out that she was talking about how she couldn't breathe either, that it was hard for her to even gasp air, and that, well, it was obviously the next day already, and her lungs would hurt. Like her breathing would hurt because she was, I guess, in so much pain during the actual concert.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
a lot of people were saying that it felt like they were in hell.
It's crazy, I know. With the conspiracies and everything that also were going around.
Like, a lot of the people that were going were young.
I know. And they are like a younger crowd. Like you don't
It's
see
a
people like
younger
our age
crowd,
going.
imagine. And then, like, I heard of, like, parents taking their sons or their daughters or whatever, and holding them up, like, so they can breathe. And, you know,
I
that's
know.
insane.
That is insane.
And I think
For people though, like honestly, like
it's
it's
sad.
fucking sad. It is. Yeah, this one was
So
in
these
May
are my
1974.
yeah.
David Cassidy's White City Stadium concert. The lead singer and teenage heartthrob David Cassidy was performing at the White City Stadium in West London when the crowd surged towards the stage. The New York Times reported at the time that the crush injured more than 700 fans and killed one. And it was a 14-year-old Bernadette Whalen who died after sustaining a heart attack and entering a coma. Fuck. Whelan's family said they did not hold Cassidy responsible, saying publicity that Bernadette would not have liked us to blame him.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
wow.
But that's crazy.
Sustaining a
14-year
heart
old.
attack. That's insane. And they
Damn,
were
that is
saying,
crazy.
and it reminds me, like, what I mean, these are all things that we've seen. We saw well, that I saw on TikTok and stuff, or reading, that there was somebody in the crowd fucking injecting people with shit, and
What the
people,
fuck?
and that's why people were acting weird. So obviously,
That's
okay,
fucking weird,
we
dude.
all
I
know
never.
that. We all know that. You go to festivals and people take shit. They do.
Yeah,
That's what
they do.
happens. It's a thing.
Most
And
of them already on shit. Yeah.
yeah, so then they were saying that there was some people that were injecting, like, they were just, like, giving people shit, like injecting them with whatever.
That's
And
crazy.
and I saw a video of a guy who's, like, convulsing. or
Oh
like
shit, yeah.
seizuring. He had a seizure, and they were saying, "Oh no, he's just dehydrated." And they're like, "No, we already know how you look when you're dehydrated. That was not
Yeah, like that
that
was not
motherfucker.
dehydration.
He was on something, or he's. So, I mean, that could be just you going and doing, like your shit because you want to, and that's how you go to
Yeah.
festivals and do that. But that, yeah, that there was speculation of people that saw,
The guy convulsing.
or no, people were injecting stuff,
Oh,
like
okay. So they don't
a
really know
random
if
guy injecting people like with shit.
yeah.
And I'm
That's
like,
and
what?
I
That's
believe
insane.
it though, because there's been people who actually even leave like needles like at movie theaters so they could get infected with the HIV. Like
Hmm.
people will go beyond, they want to hurt people. So I don't like I mean I do believe it, that maybe someone was going around with injecting people.
I don't know.
Like
It's just
it's
insane.
happened before.
And the last one we have here, it's December 1969, the Rolling Stones at Altamont. December 6th, 1969 is an infamous day in rock and roll history. That's when the Rolling Stones headlined a free concert at the Altamont
Oh.
Speedway in Northern California. In a show many hoped would be West Coast equivalent of Woodstock. But much less funding and planning went into this event. For example, several dozen members of the Hells Angels Motorcycle Club were tasked with providing security, and tensions
Mm.
between the bikers, bands, and the crowd escalated throughout the day. A chaotic scene played out in front of the stage during the Stones set, where 18-year-old Meredith Hunter brandished a gun, and 21-year-old Hell's Angel member Alan Passato fatally stabbed him just 20 feet away from where Mick Jagger was performing. Under my thumb. Passato was later acquitted on grounds of self-defense. Oh,
What?
wow.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
So it's basically the guy pulled out a gun and the other one stabbed the guy.
Mm,
That's crazy.
that's
And then the Rolling Stones.
wow.
But I definitely get it. Like, why would you have like, well, aren't they like a gang, a biker gang?
Yeah, like
Like
why would,
being
yeah.
security when there's gonna be all kinds of people there. Obviously people who don't like them.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Time
intense.
to be alive, start a podcast, become a DJ, try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone, but the batteries die.